and welcome to the vlog, guys. It's another day. There hasn't been much, I haven't shot much of anything up to this point, it being, almost the end of April, because honestly, there hasn't been a lot going on since the last episode, as far as stuff worth showing you guys. There's been a lot of work with Arizona Combat Chat, but it would just be more of the same stuff you just saw in the last entry. But as we move into May, May is going to be extremely busy as I have one or two car shows I'm looking at doing, as well as I'm taking a weekend to do some traveling. So I'll bring you guys along for that. And honestly, I don't know what the next clip for this entry is going to be, so just wait and see what happens, I guess. Okay, guys, so it's been a couple of days since I shot anything, just because I haven't done anything. Like, there's been nothing worth videoing. I've literally just been hanging around the house, just taking care of stuff, working on the podcast a lot, actually. And later today, we're actually going to be shooting another episode. Plus, I have a episode we already shot that I need to edit and get ready to go live, probably within the next 2 weeks. So I'll be doing that today. And I'll try to record some while we're actually recording the podcast again. But other than that, guys, like I say, I've been up for a couple hours now, and I've already gotten a lot of stuff done that I've done off camera, like putting away laundry, taking care of some business that needed to be dealt with before getting into the podcast stuff. Now I'm just about to do some research for the episode of the podcast we're shooting today. Some last minute research on the fighters, just to make sure all my notes are accurate, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, it's another day. I've jumped around in the vlog just because there really hasn't been a lot going on. But let me update you as to what's going on now. It's roughly 11:30, I think. Maybe closer to midnight. I'm not even sure at this point. As I said in one of my previous entries, I've been communicating with someone, and trying to develop a relationship. And they live at the opposite end of the state. So we had talked about making plans to travel, and one of us travel and spend some time together. Things happened where we had it set, and then for one reason or another, she had her reasons. I can't do it today, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Well, today some things happened, and it was things that concerned me with her, and not necessarily anything with the relationship, but just things that I felt like I needed to be there for her. So I jumped in my car and drove 350 plus miles one way, and even told her before I left, hey, I'm leaving. I don't have a phone, But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive up there, and as soon as I get up there, I'll find somewhere with Wi-Fi, and I'll send you a message and find out specifically where you are, and then wherever you are, I will come to you. Okay? And I left it at that. And I left and I drove. Took me 4 or 5 hours. I don't even remember at this point. Get up there, and she has left where she was and says, "Oh, I think everything's okay. I'm an hour and a half away with a friend of mine, but they won't bring me back." Okay, this was the final straw. I've driven 350 miles, and my text message clearly indicated that, hey, I'm coming to see you. You know, I'm on my way. Whatever. Okay, it clearly stated that as clearly as I could make it. And then she claims that because I didn't respond to her messages after that she assumed I was not coming. Now, keep in mind, right now I do not presently have a cell phone. So my only way of communicating is through Messenger with my iPad or my laptop, which only work when I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So she assumes I'm not coming because I don't respond to her messages or that I'm mad at her, so she packs up and leaves. Well, then she wants to get upset with me when I'm like, okay, you know, this is not the first time these sort of circumstances where I've put forth all the effort I can, spent money I didn't necessarily need to spend that I could be using to do other things to get me back to Arizona, to my son, and my training that much sooner. You know, basically you've wasted my time. And again, this is not the first time these circumstances have happened. And tonight was just the end of it. Like I'm done. Like I can't stand. I understand plans can change and things can happen. That's fine. I can deal with that. But when I make it blatantly clear what my intentions are, if there's an issue or you don't want that, you need to speak up and let me know. But don't play it off with, "Oh, well, you didn't respond to me, so I thought you were mad, so I went out with my friends to forget about it." That shit don't fly. My message clearly stated, "Hey, I'm coming." So anyway, guys, I'm sorry for this. This part of the vlog is kind of turned into a rant, and I don't really like to be negative, but today has just been, for lack of a better term, a clusterfuck. And at this juncture, I'm pretty much done as far as trying to put myself out there, as far as resuming dating, because probably the only other person I could see myself possibly dating is presently in a relationship and in a different part of the country. So, and honestly, every time I try to talk to this individual, beyond asking how they're doing and what they've been up to, after that I basically get tongue-tied and have no idea what to say. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry for the rant. I'm sorry if it's kind of negative, but I need to get it out there. And, you know, sometimes, you know, I want to lift you guys up. I want you to see me doing the things I do and be inspired. But sometimes life isn't, you know, a bed of roses, so to speak. You know, sometimes things are bad and they don't work out and life sucks. But we'll keep moving forward and, you know, we'll focus on the podcast. Arizona Combat Chat. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to do that and subscribe to the channel. We actually have some big things in the works, but I can't really elaborate on them at this point. But stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I can, I'll let you guys know. So that's how far I drove since yesterday for an individual who ended up not even being where they claimed they were. Guess what, guys? Mr. Nice Guy's gone. The asshole's back. Nobody's gonna like this. I promise. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to go out to dinner for Cinco de Mayo, and then we are going to go out for some drinks at my favorite bar, O'Dalley's. So, here we go. Alright guys, so going out for Mexican didn't really work out like I had planned. So I came to my favorite pub, O'Dalley's, and I'm hanging out, just had something to eat, actually what they call trash can fries, which is like fries with gravy and roast beef and cheese and all kinds of stuff all over it. And now I'm having a beautiful Irish trash can, and gonna have a few more of these, but I'll try to shoot some footage if there's anything worth seeing. If not, I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright guys, I'm going to close out this episode of the vlog, just because I've had some issues with footage becoming corrupted and wasn't able to put everything in this episode I wanted to. But remember, stay positive, keep chasing your dreams, and I'll see you in the next episode.